Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Dom, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can pick up some tier 12 gear this week. You know, Iron Banner's out, the Dawning is coming out next week, so we're very fortunate to have events going from back to back. But before we get into the video, if you guys are watching this on the Triton Army, feel free to go down in the description box below, check the link under my name, and come check out my channel. But with that being said, guys, let's just get into the video. Alright guys, so before anything, I just want to thank the original poster over on Reddit, Ebola XB, for posting such an amazing post on how to get tier 12 gear. If it wasn't for him, I myself wouldn't have gotten tier 12, and I really didn't understand it too much, but the links that were there in his post were super amazing. You know, Tower Plus, Destiny Taylor. So I'm going to leave all those links down below. Please go check out his post, leave an upvote, because if it wasn't for him, this video would not be possible. So starting off, what we have is basically 100% max rolls on what you want, what the numbers you want to add up are. So if you add your intellect discipline, your intellect strength, your discipline strength, this is what number it should be. So for the gauntlets, you want 99, the number 99, not the roll, not the percentage that you will see on Destiny Item Manager. For the leg armor, you want it to be 135. For the chest armor, you want it to be 147. For the helmet, you want it to be 111. For the class item, you want it to be 65. For the ghost, you want it to be 60. And for the artifact, you want it to be 131. Now I'm going to be going into depth with the hunter and what they're selling and what percentages they're selling as well. So if you're a hunter, titan, or warlock, and basically this video is about decreasing your cooldown. So if you're not really interested in tier 12 and you're pretty good where you are, that's totally fine. Your character will be ending up looking ugly at the end of this. So yeah, let's just get into the hunter now. So now on the hunter, there's actually two kind of places where you can buy it from, and he labels it in his post. It says fixed armor and weekly armor. So the fixed armor is actually vendors that are always there, that always have the same armor no matter what week it is. But as you guys can probably tell from the weekly armor, it's something that resets almost all the time. Every single week it resets, and you won't have another chance to get that unless, you know, sometimes it just pops up again. But let's just dive into the hunter, the fixed armor, which is the Crucible, the Raku Poltergeist 2.0. They're gauntlets that have a 98% roll. The intellect and discipline is 40-40. And I'm not going to go too into depth with the perks, you know. Let's just go over the rolls. And here we go. So we have the second gauntlets, which are the Dead Orbit and Endling Grasp. They're gauntlets as well. They're 98%. Their intellect strength 40-40. Then we have the Dead Orbit Endling Strides, which are leg armor. They're 98% that have 55 strength, so it's intellect strength. Then we have the mask, which is the helmet for Dead Orbit Endling Mask, which is a 99% roll. It has a intellect strength 46-45. And then after that we have the New Monarchy, which is High Command Cloak, which is a class item. So it's 96%, so it's just on the edge of tier 12. Tier 12 is 96%. And it's intellect discipline, which is 25-23. Now once again, these are items that you can buy any week. It doesn't matter. These are fixed armor. So now moving on to the next kind of armor, which is the weekly armor, is the House of Judgment King's Mantle class item, which is actually at 100%. So it's 25 intellect, 25 strength. I would definitely recommend that you pick that up, just because, you know, max class item is 60, so definitely pick that up. Super good. I'm gonna pick that up once I can. Now next we have the House of Judgment Devil's Disguise class item, which is 96% intellect and strength. Do not pick that up just because the cloak before this one is actually better. Then we have the House of Judgment Kel's Cloak, the class item, which is 96% 25-23 intellect strength. Once again, don't recommend that. The Vanguard Scout, which is Shiro 44, he's selling the Mantle of Gleon class item, which is 96 out of 96%, which is discipline, strength 24, 24. Then we have the Iron Banner, Iron Saga Cloak class item, which is 100% roll, and it is 25 intellect, 25 discipline. So that one's actually pretty good as well. You know, if you're not looking for intellect strength, you're looking for intellect discipline, you can go ahead and pick that up as well. Then we have the Iron Banner, Iron Saga Mask, which is the helmet at 98%. So that's actually pretty good. 45, 45 intellect and discipline. And then we have the Iron Banner helmet once again for the hunter, which is at 99%, which is actually better than the one before this, but instead of intellect discipline, this is discipline strength, which is 45 and 46. Now once again, I'm not going over the perks, perk 1 and perk 2, just in case you guys want to check those out. You can always pause the video and see the perks on the side that our good man Ebola left for us. So now we're going to dive into the Titan. Now getting into the Titan, once again guys, this is going to be a really long video of all the armors and how to get tier 12 and a bunch of that stuff. So I'll leave the timestamps, you know, if you're not a hunter, if you don't have a Titan, or maybe you don't have a Warlock, you know, I'm going to leave all the timestamps on the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan on what time that I do go over them. But getting onto the Titan's fixed armor, we have the first piece from the Crucible, and that is Raku type 1. Their gauntlets, 98%, which is 40-40 intellect discipline. Now the next ones are the same kind of armor. It's the Raku probably butchering that, type 1, but it's the chest armor, which is 96%, which is also on the brink of tier 12, 60-57 intellect discipline. Next we have the Dead Orbit Endling plate, the chest armor, which is at 99%, 61 intellect, 60 strength. Then we have Future War Coats Eon Tracer helmet, which is the helmet, 96%, 44 discipline, 44 strength. Then we have the new Monarchy High Command gauntlets, which are of course gauntlets that are 96%, discipline 39, strength 39. New Monarchy's Mark, which is the class item, which is at 98%, 25 intellect, 24 strength, no 24 discipline. So 25, 24 intellect discipline. And then we have from the Vanguard, which is Mongol type 2 gauntlets, 96%, 40 and 38 intellect discipline. So those are not overall too good, but what we have coming up is actually better, and it's from the Iron Banner. But the next one is the House of Judgment, which is this is the weekly armor where you get from barracks, and this is the King's Mark, which is 96%, 25 intellect, 23 strength. Not that good. Vanguard Scout, which is Shiro, he has the Joder's Iron Sash, which is 96%, 24 intellect, 24 discipline. Now coming up is actually the best one that you can buy from the Titan this week, and that is the class item on Iron Banner. You do have to be rank 3 in order to buy it though, which pretty much sucks, but it's not that hard to be honest. It's 100% the Iron Saga Mark. It's 25 intellect, 25 strength. So just go ahead and pick that up, you know, just in case you need it for the future. It's actually an amazing roll. Now you have the Iron Banner Iron Saga Mark, which is the same kind of mark, but instead it's discipline strength, but it is 96%, which is not that good. It's 25 discipline and 23 strength. We have the Iron Banner helmet, which is at 98%, 45 intellect, 45 discipline. Then once again we have the helmet again, which is 99%, but instead of intellect discipline, it's discipline strength, which is 45, 46. So that's for the Titan, and now we're just gonna go over the Warlock. Now we're on the Warlock, and this is obviously the last character that I'm gonna be going over, and I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of cool sites that you can actually use in order to utilize and probably get yourself some tier 12 build on your Hunter, Warlock, or a Titan. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you have the percentage on the screen, but you guys are going to have to use a computer for this. But let's get into the Warlock. Now this is obviously the fixed armor that I'm going to be telling you guys right now, which is the Crucible, which is the Raku Izumi 4, I believe. Their gauntlets, they're 98%, which is 40 intellect, 40 discipline. Now the Crucible, once again, this is a chest armor. It's called Raku Izumi 4. Pretty sure that's a Roman numeral for 4. And it's 96% intellect, discipline, 60 intellect, 57 discipline. The next one is Dead Orbit, the Endling Gloves, which they're gauntlets, and they're 96%, 38 discipline, 40 strength. Future War Coat legs, and they're 98%, 55 intellect, 55 strength. Now they're called the Eon Tracer legs. Don't know why I skipped that. The Future War Coat Eon Tracer Bond, it's a class item, which is 98%, 25 discipline, 24 strength. Now before you go running buying this bond, there's actually a better one that the speaker is selling on the weekly armor, so just wait for that. New Monarchy High Command gloves that are 96% of the gauntlets. They're 41 intellect and 38 discipline. The Vanguard is selling the Temporous Flow 4 gauntlets that are 96%, 41 intellect, 39 discipline. Now moving on to the weekly armor, like I shared, we actually have two bonds that are actually 100%, which is actually super insane. And somebody asked me in one of my videos yesterday the bond that I was wearing, and this is it. I'm gonna actually share it with you guys. So the weekly armor for the Warlock is House of Judgment Devil's Bond, which is the class item, and it's 98%, 25 intellect and 24 strength. Not that good compared to what's coming up. House of Judgment kills Bond, class item, 98%, 24 intellect, 25 discipline. Now the speaker is selling Seal of the Twin Eagle, and that's actually the one I have for my Warlock. It's discipline strength, and it's a 100% roll, which is insane. 25 discipline, 25 strength. Now the next one is Iron Banner, which is also selling a 100% class item for the Warlock. 25 intellect, 25 discipline. It's super insane. And the Iron Saga bond next on Iron Banner, it's the same bond, but it's 25 discipline, 23 strength. Do not pick that up because you could just pick up the one from the speaker if you need discipline strength. Iron Banner Saga Hood, which is the helmet, is 98%, 45 intellect and 45 discipline. The Iron Banner helmet, once again, is 99%, 45 discipline, 46 strength. Now this is it for all three characters. Like, once again, I said if you guys want to go ahead and check out the perks, I didn't want to go over it too much just because it would be me jabbering on too long. So you can go ahead and pause the video and go check those out. But if you just wanted to hear about that gear, you can go pick that up. But I'm actually going to show you guys how you can utilize some websites on a computer or your phone and basically tailor your Guardian in order to get the builds if you're not too familiar with how to make builds yourself. So just stay tuned for that. Destiny Tailor and destinytailor.com, and what it actually does, it allows you to make different kind of builds. Like, this is my hunter right here, and this is the tier 12 beard that that I was talking about on my tier 12 hunter, and I'm super butchering it. But right here, as you guys can see, it shows emphasis that you want to put the higher thing on your strength. You want to put the higher one on this strength. As you guys can see, it's very bold, and it actually puts emphasis on what you can do. So this is my 444, my tier 12 build, and actually I checked it this morning, and this is actually how I did tier 12 this morning. So now you have a 353 build, and it actually shows you what you have to focus on in order to get these kind of rolls. So you know, you're doing different kind of things, and on my hunter I can actually make a bunch of different rolls. As you guys can see, 434, 344, 254, but obviously the best is tier 12. Decreases your cooldowns by so much. And I have the All Trials gear, Frost E5, Mantle of Gleon, and this is actually 100%. This one is 100%, 100%, 100%. Now I did work on this a bunch, so it's not going to be as easy as it sounds. You know, it's something that you have to work on right after you hit 400. And as you guys can see, I have it down on my hunter to a science. Now we have my Titan over here, and it's not as good as my warlock, my hunter. You know, it has 551, which is a tier 11 build, and you know, 552 is tier 12, 541 is tier 10, and on my warlock we just have a simple 551. Now I haven't really given it like much things, you know. On my hunter is where the tier 12 party is at. But moving on to the next one will be the Destiny Item Manager, which I use almost daily. This is Destiny Item Manager. You know, you can download it for your Google Chrome, or you can download it mobile, and or you can download it mobile. It's called Ishtar Sync, but it just doesn't show you the percentages, it only shows you the light. Now the percentages I was talking about is like 95%. As you guys can see, the green is actually better than the yellow. The yellow is not that good. The yellow is like above the 90% area. Past 95 is the green, and of course the blue is 100%, as you guys can see over here. I have some like green over here. The red is very bad. You don't want that, especially for your tier 12 builds. Oh my god. And as you guys can see right here, my artifact is over 100%, which is 112. Don't know how that happened, so please don't ask me. We have my mantle, which is 100%, and I actually have another 100% and a 98%. So thankfully my hunter actually looks pretty good and doesn't look that ugly. Most tier 12 builds will look super ugly, and in some special cases, as you guys can see right here, my thing is 92%, and it's actually pretty crazy because armor that's under 95% doesn't really fit into a tier 12 build. But as you guys can see right here, it is 92%, 98%, 95%, and honestly I really don't know how I managed to get a tier 12 build and 98%. So you guys make sure the blue is very good. Don't get too crazy with this 313% build, just because it takes away your super. This is the Memory of Felwinter. Yes, the Memory of Felwinter. And as you guys can see right here, I have so many marks. I have 6 marks from farming the Imago loop. If you guys want to go ahead and see a video about that, I'm going to be making it very soon. But yeah guys, this is Destiny Item Manager. If you've never used it, this is my hunter, my titan, and my warlock. I'm not sure if you can do this. You can make your own loadouts, item leveling. I don't really know what that means. You can gather exotics. I mean, yeah, you can gather engrams. I'm pretty sure it says not exotics, but this is what I use when I play on a daily basis, when I'm gonna do a exotic engram opening that I haven't done in a while. And you know, you could always maximize your light, just in case you don't know really what to transfer. You can just go ahead, put it here, and maximize your light. You really don't have to worry about that, guys. But that's it for the video. This is what my inventory looks like. It's super messy and super crazy. I have so many exotics. Hopefully I can get myself an icebreaker, or I think that's a bounty. Not really. Maybe I'll use this one to probably try and get one of the Thunderlord brother relative machine guns, whatever. But that's it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I hope you liked it. This video definitely took a lot of effort to make. I have a headache making it. So much numbers, so much armor, that I'm probably gonna try to buy these myself. You know, I really want to make my other characters tier 12. You know, Iron Banner still here, Iron Banner still around. You can probably try to get your warlock tier 12, and you know, play the Dawning as a tier 12. So I hope this helped you out so much. If you've always been confused about tier 12 gear and you've always wanted to know, I hope this video helped you out so much. Leave your comments down below. Now once again, I'm not an expert on tier 12 or percentages or perks and a bunch of that. You know, the gear could be good, but the perks can be ass, and I'm not an expert. I just learned about it a couple of days on how to basically decrease your cooldown, and that's what it is about. If your character looks ugly, but you decrease your cooldown, that's all that matters, right? You're always in first person. So comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new, if you want to see more content like this. I did upload a top 5 warlock exotics. If you guys want to go ahead and see that, I'm pretty proud of that. And yeah guys, so subscribe if you're new, and as always, my name is Dom, and I'm out. Peace guys.